Yes, well, like I said, I'm Lucifer Star, and I didn't sell people. I bought them. I bought a lot of people actually. Like I said, my people would go out. Like I said, basically just an inventor, and I invented flight, ships, water tanks, all kinds of things. And my people used to run off to the slave markets. Like I say, I guess, I mean, I would say that I created slavery, but I don't really know. I mean, slavery, some people said no, slavery has always been around, like just different kinds. So my people would always run off to the slavers' markets and they would pick up a few. They would trade the carts, they would trade the cars, and other things. We traded a lot of people for people, basically. I mean, a lot of things for people. They would build carts or mining carts or whatever, usually out of wood. We did a lot of woodwork, like I say, uh, and and I mean, like I said, somewhere, what happened was there's a bunch of black people that had mines and stuff, and and they would chain the people and keep them in the mine. And like I said, they would come out and show us people how to properly whip a slave, and they would whip a white person. Later on, the black people would say that it was them being whipped and all that other stuff, and it's true. Some black people probably were whipped, but only by other black people. Black people were cruel and mean slavers. Like I say, they enslaved themselves. They enslaved everyone, really. Um, they would say it was for this guy or a king or the devil or Lucifer, but it wasn't really for Lucifer. I wouldn't even buy from slavery mines or whipping mines. If someone whipped their people or chained them down, I generally didn't buy from them. I wouldn't buy from them. Nor did my people. My people wouldn't buy from them either. They'd be like, "No, we can't buy from them. We'll have to find another way." I was like, "Okay, well, we'll find another way. That's fine with me. Whatever way you guys want to do it, I'm good." So I seem to collect people like I say, my I had more old people than anyone. You would think I had an old folks home, like I say, lined up like at every slavery market. There would be old people would be come in. Some people would even sell old people, and my people would go down there and we would buy them. And pull them. We would bring them back in the carts. My people would bring old people back in carts and stuff like that. My people did it all. I was just the landlord or the owner of the mines, and they would shine up my equipment and make it all nice and pretty and neat. And this happened around in England and around in there. When I was in there, my people, my owners of my companies would get all worried about things, and I'd be like, well, I'm sure it'll be okay somehow. And I'd give them faith and encouragement and all that. And like I say, they were always with me with everything, and we would buy from the slavery markets, and and I wouldn't chain my people down. I'd be like, if you leave, then you leave. And some black people would even go and they would tell stories about how, yeah, Lucifer, he whips those people so hard, they come run over your dar mine. And it's like, you mean you kidnapped them? And then I'd go and buy them back. They'd go back to market, and then because they'd want to go home, because they wouldn't want to be chained. Like I said, some of those mines they would put the irons on with using heat and hot irons, so it'd burn into the skin. So they'd never think about trying to leave, or they couldn't saw it off or something like that. Anyway, I always, if I chained someone down, it'd always be with a little bit of room or whatever. Like, I didn't believe in the hot irons. I'd be like, no, we're not doing that. And my people said, no, we're not doing that. So I wouldn't do that. There are other ways. And generally, if someone wants to leave one of my mines or doesn't want to work for me, wants to leave my country, and then they know where the border's at, like I say. I mean, America is America. So it's the same with Germany. Germany was Germany, and they know where the border's at. So, my mines, my properties, they knew where the property ended, and past that point, they were someone else's problem. Anyway, like I say, I didn't consider people a problem. I love people, and I love my people, and I cared about every single one of them. For no other reason than other people didn't seem to do that. My people felt the same way. You know. So I mean, I took on way too many people that I could feed, and even had to buy food sometimes. I'd be like, well, we're just gonna have to buy it or find or sell stuff. You know, and there's always something to make or something to sell, as they say. Cuckoo clocks or something. Like sometimes we made wooden clocks. I invented some cogs and some wheels, and so we sold them. Like I say, I was an inventor, master inventor, and creator of 800 galaxies. So I just didn't, you know, leading my people. You know, at some point you got to start with a tribe and start with some people, and then you just kind of work your way along. And that's what I did. Just work my way along. As they used to say, may the best inventor win. And I, for whatever reason, was the best inventor. Maybe it's because I was the most loving and caring. Anyway, I always cared about my people. I always felt for them. I always wanted them to do better. And I always felt like I could make their lives better somehow. And I guess I did. I invented a great many things. Anyway, it's history now. But yeah, well, Lucifer, White Star. Or Blue Star. That's who I was. Lucifer with an S, not the C. And they always spelled it wrong, though. They always spelled it with a C. That's okay. It's spelled with an S, just like star. So anyway, I love my people. My little children. I had a lot of children, a lot of other people. Like I say, I wasn't prejudiced against the black people. It's just that they turned out to be slavers and cruel people that whipped. And they had come to power by shooting down and killing a bunch of white people and then raping them and then molesting them and hurting them. And they were just not very nice or good people. So I always had a large group of people around me and in my minds and everything, more than I could ever hold. We kept on having to add buildings and stuff like that, or finding ways of building buildings. Anyway, though, but yeah, if you have enough people, you can do just about anything, and I did. So anyway, so my people would run off to the thing, and sometimes we would trade a car for a person, and they'd be like, it's his daughter. And I'd be like, okay, do it, you know. And other people would laugh at me, saying, how can you be in business selling a whole car for a person? Just a slave. Dad owed me money, or something like that. Like, well, consider his debt paid. Anyway, that's how it was. That's kind of why I did so well. I had so many mines, and my people, like I say, they would work all night to shine up the mine, the coal mine, for no other reason than just to have it nice and clean and look respectable. Old people would run buckets and stuff like that and work themselves really hard just because they were free and not in chains. I guess it was a sign of the times and the sign of the world when my people will do so much work just because of the food they eat and the freedom they had. Nobody would whip them, nobody would hurt them around my mines, my mining camps. And I wouldn't tolerate it. Couldn't. I guess I have a problem with seeing people suffer, which is funny. Like I say, I don't like to see people suffer. I don't like to see someone look down or hurt someone. I mean, I'm the creator of 800 galaxies, and I don't look down on anyone. The Lucifer star of White Star Lines and Titanic, and the Bismarck, and the Lusitania, and the HMS Rodney, and other ships.